Hello, everybody. I had moved out here to Nashville, Tennessee back in 2017, and I was by myself, but what kept me company was listening to AD and Mary Marlowe. And then when AD started cracking the case on Chris Watts and really coming up with some evidence, where I'm really disappointed in the police department. They really didn't do a good job. They just went with Chris Watts, guilty plea, and then that was it. Then all the haters decided to run AD off YouTube. And now his whole conversation is about all the haters. It just kind of switched, which is a bummer because, we're all out here accomplishing different things in the world. And I think that by him doing that case, he still has evidence. Whoever or whatever shut him down just wasn't right. I hope that he sees this and understands that in life, whenever you are number one or you're always the top salesman, everybody's going to dislike you. They want what you want. You just got to keep going. I wouldn't even turn on the comments because there's always going to be somebody luring in the back, trying to take you down. Don't worry about it. Keep doing what you were doing. Every night before I went to bed, I would listen to you. Well, guess what? Now I listen to Scott Reich, and I listen to different channels, Crime Talk, I think it is, and channels that don't even never mind the haters. You see what I'm saying? Is like because you have fed into them is now why you're off. But, nobody said you couldn't go on. And if they did, then I would be changing my channel under somebody else's name and I'd keep on going. Because it's, you can't discriminate against one person and have him off the channel and everybody else is talking about the same thing. That Sav, S-A-V, she still talks about the case. There's a lot of people that still talk about the case. So what's happened is AD has let these people get in his head. Don't let it. You have sabotaged yourself because in life, no matter how successful you are, somebody's always going to try to trip you or kick you down. It's just the way it goes. I miss you. We all miss you. Get back on track. Drop the conversation of the haters and stop talking about it. Talk about what's important. These good cases. You're missing Lori Vallow case. You're missing the 3 fishermen that were massacred in Idaho, I think it was. You're missing the Susan Morphew case, which, by the way, her husband killed her. And if you look up Blind Spot, she's really good. Okay, there's a lot of them are good, like Audrey Briggs and Tarot Cards for the Soul, AD. But if you look up Blind Spot, she's a new one, but she is matter of fact, and she's got it to the T where Susan Morphew's body is. And it's the husband burned her body, and her ashes are in a, a tan duffel bag buried next to a red cabin. She tells you exactly where she's at. That Tyson dude that goes to the actual spots and stuff like that, he needs to be listening to her so that he can go and investigate. You know what I mean? So, and by the way, is like any case that's really important, I call the police departments, I get their email, and I forward it on to them. And so I have managed to do that for Ian Gilbert in Fredericksburg. I think he changed his email because so many people were doing the same thing. Lori Vallow, I email Whitney. I have her information. That guy had left me a voicemail and said, thank you very much for helping him on that. And he listens to everything. I did Lori Vallow, and then I just did Susan Morphew. I called the police department and started forwarding that to them with the Blind Spot lady and Mystic Brady, I think it is. So I'm on it. I will call the police department and forward that shit. Anyways, hey, haters, you're always going to be there. But whenever you're number one in the spot, you just mow them over. You don't listen to them. And if they want to talk shit, acknowledge it and move on. You know what I mean? That's like sales. You acknowledge the pain or whatever they're stressed about. Oh, okay, I can understand how you feel. And then you just move on. That's the only way you're going to survive. And I highly doubt that YouTube took you off only. So if they did, like, that's a lawsuit and that's discrimination. Then they can't do that. It's AD has fell into the same loop Mary Marlowe did. Mary Marlowe, she was a sweetheart, and she ended up allowing these stupid haters to get into her head. She already had some anxiety and, not overdose, but pills, whatever, addiction. And so she had her own demons to deal with, but she was a really nice lady. It's too bad she's not on here anymore. Hey, I got all the pictures from Chris Watts of 2.5 years ago. I'm going to be calling down to the jail and seeing what I can send him. And I'm going to do a collage of all these pictures. If I can send them, I'll do the collage. If I can't send it, then I'm going to do like here and there, like little cards. You go to Walgreens and you can get those little cards made with pictures in them. And then I'll do it just here and there. And, send it to them. I think when you're sitting in the cell by yourself and you have nobody around, that dude knows exactly what he did. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that he did not do it, but he was a part of it and he allowed it to happen. I do believe the mistress friend, they all were in on it. So the mistress friend, we know who that is. And there was also, if you listen to Audrey Briggs, there also was another Spanish lady that was involved in it. So you got the dude, you got the mistress, and you got the Spanish lady. And you all remember seeing that red car. Now, I took a video when I'm from Colorado, so I went down to visit Chris Watts' house. And I took a video, and that car was not Mrs. Betty's. That there was an accomplice car, that red one that pulled out, and it pulled out the same time. Sorry about that. It pulled out the same time Chris is pulled out. You know what I'm saying? So Betty went this way, red all in one little swoop. Betty's car went that way, red car pulled forward, he pulled backwards. Boom, boom, boom. So AD knows what the heck he was talking about. Mr. Shanann's father and brother, I don't know what they were smoking. Because if it was my family and my sister got murdered, I definitely would be listening to what everybody had to say and push the envelope on that. And they just assumed it was Chris. No, it's Chris. No, it's Chris. No, it's Chris. No, it's not. That's called denial. It's not Chris. Chris carried it out, but he's a chicken shit. He was a pussy. Yes, he was. All right, so goodbye.